بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد نبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you, all of you, the second part of the Fatwa Life. This is the 27th of Jumada, the last, and the 17th of December. The first question, there is an important issue. I want you to listen carefully. The first question, I am a pediatrician. I take care of the newly born kids. I make in a special hospital. And the problem is like follow. Big hospital, they do cash with those who are capable, and they are high price. And a lot of those who are capable, if they stay there, they have to incubator, and they have to go those special incubators they have. Especially that all insurance companies does not cover it. The medium, moderate hospitals, and this is the one that I take care of the incubators in it, they deal with the public insurance, and they cover 100% of the newborn. This is suitable for the poor and the middle class. And that allows the cure for that part that we cannot do it with that insurance. The problem is like follow. The money for the insurance was not adjusted since 2017. It's a quarter of the actual cost, and sometimes less than that. And the insurance, they are stubborn about accepting a lot of the conditions in the bill, even though it's correct. And we know that the person in charge of charging the insurance, they deduct 25 to 30% of that. The hospitals, they take, since they are not being paid, they just try to do it in a different way. They use so many parts without changing them because they lack of money, or they will reduce the amount of medicine, and sometimes that causes a problem. Or they will trade to bring part of their profit. Like they add more services that did not happen, or the bills will be like more than what they are. So whenever they do the discount, and the money that the insurance, so they could cover the expenses with a minor profit. And this happened in all hospitals. And a lot of those who work with insurance, they understand that, and they know that, and they know there is no logic in this problem. The question is, the hospital, they want me to provide bills, imaginary bills, so they could make money. And they had told one of the other doctors to do it, but he failed. And they want me now to put pressure on me. Otherwise, they will have to close those incubators and to get rid of a lot of the doctors. Which will really take it on the regular people, the poor, who are taking this service for free, and they cannot afford it. I put a condition that they they have to provide all the services for the kid, no matter what the expenses are. That means that you do not use the same syringe more than once, and the patient they are surrendered to the doctor and they are under his mercy. And also put a condition that the hospital will put services and the things that are not available, like some of the difficult surgeries or the X-rays that is randomly done, and they have to bring another doctor outside the hospital for this. So they have to do it for those who are not capable of paying, and to increase the salary of the doctors, and they accepted. So what is the rule about me using this? Took me 4 or 5 days, and I can do it without money. It's a problem. The answer, and we ask Allah the support. So we say with Allah the success. What happened with insurance? If it is correct what you have mentioned, it is from the collective punishment that they are doing, and that brings sorrow to the soul, and it got more worse when it's involved children who are just born. They are going through this danger, and they have no power, no choice. What is known that originally is to stop except in the exceptional times, when it is the only way to stop an oppression with the condition of fairness, because transgression is wrong in every religion, every law, in every place. Allah made it forbidden himself and made it forbidden between his servants. Like in the hadith, "Oh my servant, I have forbidden transgression on myself and I made this wrong among you, or forbidden between you, and it is darkness at the day of judgment, and it is going to destroy the houses." And also what Anas has said, that the prices went up at that time of the Prophet. So they told the Prophet the prices are going up. So but prices for us limited. He said Allah is the one who put the prices. He's the one who lives, who sustain. And I want to meet Allah. None of you ask me for any problem. What Abu Dawood mentioned also from Abu Hurairah, that the Prophet, so ma came to us, give us prices. He said, but I ask Allah. He said again, he said, but Allah is the one who will reduce or high, and I want to meet Allah, and no one have anything wrong I've done to him. The pricing is what's going to bring high prices. Because the merchants don't want to sell less than what they want, and then they hide it, and those who are in need, they ask for it and they can't find it, it's seldom, so the prices will be higher because of demand and supply and demand. So they reduce the amount so they could have raised the prices. But my son, the scholars have talked about an important issue, which is to trick the oppressors to take the rights back to the people. And they allowed for that the rights that are very clear that there's no doubt about it, if the punishment is being uh, protected, like you don't do that and they arrest you, or you are violating the law where people are claim you are making something wrong. No, so if what you are doing is a way to help those who are newborn and to take care of them and to protect the rights of those who doing the goodness. So I hope there's nothing wrong with that, with the condition to save the punishment or the affliction on the community, and to do it with no extreme, and not to go more than the compensation, and with a minor profit, nothing more. So you don't take people's money falsely, and to have a fairness to a service. So my son, you have to do within those choices to re look at the services on a different naming, or to know than to do a service that did not happen, because Allah has said what the Yusuf did to make the trick, so he get his son, his brother, from the oppression of his brothers, because he told him, I'm your brother Yusuf, and don't be feel of what your other brothers were doing to you. And then Allah said, and that's how we plotted for Yusuf. He was not going to take his brother with the religion of the king without Allah's permission. So we taught him how to trick. And one of the scholars said that's a permission that you could do it to get what is allowed and permissible, and to get people's right back when it is required, as a way to get people's right and to stop the oppression. And Allah knows the best. Is there a zakah on the bitcoins? Yes, there is. Any value that has anything that has a value, because they are replacing the currency. Yeah, it has a value because if it reach the minimum and it's more than 1 year. So if you are in the US, you evaluate it with a dollar. If you are in a different country, you evaluate it with that currency. Following question: if the Hajj and the wife did not because she had a child and they have to wait till he's old, is there a sin if they have waited, or is it required on the husband to do it since he's capable now, or does he have to wait? Well, my daughter, this is something you have to calculate, because it depends on the capability. Those who said you have to do it immediately, I said no, go ahead and make the Hajj and make sure you finish that farida. And the future, Allah Azza wa Jal bring it and make it in a different way. And those who said with the looseness, they said there is inshallah a way to wait, not a problem. The following question: if all the money goes to the banks, so we're given, are we helping those banks to do riba, and how we get out? Of course, my son, it's known that the deposits in any bank, whether it is checking or saving, if you are safe from people who are eating riba, you are helping others to do it, because the bank don't put your money in a closed box and you give it to you whenever you want it. No, he used it to loan people and with interest. He takes all that money, or he will share with you that small percentage that he gives you. But because it is a common problem and the desperate need that you have to put your money in the bank, and there is no Islamic replacement. Talking about the West, in the East, they have an Islamic alternative. You have more than different one bank. You have different institutions that you could deal with. In the West, there's a new ways, and the still very small scale. Inshallah, will be successful one day. So, because of the mass need and no replacement in the West, so it is allowed to deal with the banks because of the need and ask Allah's forgiveness. What you are forced into, and you have no hand into, and no way or but certainly, whomever had deal to work with Islamic institution that will bring the service, he should not deal with a normal bank. You need to replace the filthy with the good. What about what is the rule about the money you gained in the West? You work in a company that is halal, but it supports the occupiers, and the owner of the company holds the nationality. Just because he is the only one who have that nationality does not make it forbidden to work or the earning. And you have a replacement, it'll be great with a different company that does not have any doubt.